Good morning, my millionaire growth partners. My name is Otis Tucker, the world's first trillionaire. I am creating heaven on earth, people, and the way that we do it, number one, is that I help people to realize that what they call their soul is the spirit of God. That means God lives inside of them, and they have the ability to choose to be God. You know what I'm saying? Because it's inside of you. Number two is that, I am creating financial freedom for billions of people across this world. I am creating a million millionaires. I am the greatest leader that ever lived. I am God, people. And most important is that I manifest the words I speak. My message for you today, people, is to be a testament, to be a living testimony for God. It's like I always say it, no test, no testimony, but it's not that there's no test because every single day there's challenges, man. I don't care what level you are, there's always challenges that you're going to be faced with. Now, what makes it a testimony is whether you succumb to those tests and fail, or you take advantage and overcome it. And what you overcoming it is what makes it a testimony. And the way you become a living testimony for God, man, is that you got to realize that the actions that we take is not in a vacuum. You know what I'm saying? The people that surround us, they're looking at us, people. Whether you think they are or not, doesn't matter. People's always watching you. And it's like, as you do what you do, what you're doing is you're showing people and teaching people that you don't never give up and you overcome your challenges. And I think it was a few months ago when I had this epiphany that, people always want to know what is their purpose in life. The truth is, if you ain't got to look that hard, you already know the answer to it. It's like anything that you've overcome in life, people, any challenges, especially the most severe ones. I don't know why I always feel the need to say this, but like, whether it's domestic abuse or, just dealing with different kind of ailments that you've cured yourself from, or just any kind of challenges that you've dealt with, man. You know what I'm saying? Especially in the pursuit of happiness or goals. For people that stood the test of time and persevered and become successful, then you can pay it forward by helping others. You know what I'm saying? Because the greatest way that you can serve God, people, is really serving people because people is God's. God lives in these people. He's inside these people. You know what I mean? So if you want to serve God, take your time and help somebody. Find time to help others, man, because the more people you're helping is that you're bringing and helping them you're helping to serve these people. You're serving God, you know what I'm saying, by serving these people. And I look forward to the day when people get past the old way of being, whether they think God is in the sky or whatever the case is, to where I look forward to the day when everybody get to the realization that, hey, the Spirit of God is in you and you are God and you have all the abilities that God have because, again, He is in you. So that means you have the ability to create. You have the ability to do everything, man, to speak and create life. And I want you to really go on that journey of exploration for yourself, because me just saying it is not going to do it for you or anybody. Is that you really have to get to the point where you really explore and look over your life and you realize that, the Spirit of God has always been there, man. And the one thing the biggest breakthrough I always love about that, people, is that, if God was with you at your worst, because everybody have some kind of past, you know what I'm saying? Gradients to it, but at the end of the day, regardless of what that is, where you felt like you was at your lowest or at your worst, the fact that He's been there with you the whole time, what that's going to do is help you to get rid of guilt. It's going to help you to get rid of your shame. It's going to help you to get rid of, all the limiting, basically fear, because that's what the Matrix used to keep people in prison. Is the mental, that you really become free mentally, man, because you realize that whatever you've done up until now, God have already forgiven you. So it's like we're the ones that have been holding on to the grudges for ourselves and holding on to the shame and the guilt and all of that stuff. But that's just one step along your journey, people. But my point that I'm trying to get at is that I want you to really just realize, man, that, you're in control. You have the ability to choose how you want your life to go, because You know, you have the Spirit of God leading you, man. Make that your guide. You know, it's like with mind, body, and spirit. You have to realize that you've been your body for most of your life, because that's all the people in the matrix. Their body is leading them. They're really just reacting to life. Whatever's cause happened, the cause and effect. They're just going with the flow of life. But I'm suggesting for you today to choose to let the Spirit of God lead you. I want you to be praying profusely, people. Every chance you get, man, pray, 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 because that is the language of the Spirit. The more you pray is the more you be in communication with the Spirit of God that lives inside of you, man. But I really want you to tap into that, because it don't matter what I teach you, unless you know who you are, people, then you don't realize the power that you have. So it's like one of my first steps is to really help you to realize, man, that the Spirit of God lives inside of you and that you are God. Everything that I have, everything that I'm able to do, people, you have that same potential and ability. It's just that you have to do the work, man, of connecting with the Spirit that's inside of you, you know? And once you do that, people, then that open up a whole new world for you. You know what I'm saying? And it's like overall, like I've shared with you, my goal is to help everybody to go from this 3D world to the 5D world, you know, which is the spiritual realm. That's where I live. You know what I'm saying? That's where you really is in a different dimension, mentally, spiritually. And the cool thing is that even though our physical body will always be on this plane, it's like we can actually have it mirror the vision that we see in the fifth dimension. And that is what I'm working on now. You know, how to basically pull the visions that I see in my mind into my physical 3D reality, because this physical body is trapped here and it's here. So it's like I have to learn how to mirror that by getting it in alignment, you know? And don't worry about what makes sense and what don't make sense to you, people. I just want you to know that you are powerful, man, and you are amazing. You have abilities that you haven't even tapped into yet. There's a lot of abilities that I haven't even realized yet, you know what I'm saying? And it's all exciting, though. It's exciting to be on a continuous learning curve where you're consistently growing, you know? And something else, too, I'll say about this, man, is knowledge, people. The greatest knowledge there is your creation of knowledge, because believe it or not, people, you don't have to go to read these books and do all this stuff to get this knowledge, man. Is that all the answers that we seek is all around us, man. And the way you create knowledge, people, is you make sense of things. You know, the more you make things make sense is the more knowledgeable you become. You know, you can use the physical senses of this world to make sense of things. In addition to that, though, you use your spiritual discernment, and of course using your greatest tool there is, which is your mind, by using your imagination to create whatever it is that you would like to see, you know. Anyways, man, I feel like I'm all over the place this morning, but this is, I think, is very important. Shout out to my co-creators, man, of heaven and earth. People, as I state every single day, we are indeed the collective that's creating heaven on earth. And every single day, I want you to be thinking about that, is that you have a role to play in this equation. I don't care how small it is or how big it is. It can be as simple as you just thinking positively about this and start to visualize, like, what would heaven and earth look like for you? You know what I'm saying? Like, what would you like to see? I think so far we've created the fact that we want world peace. And I believe confidently that we will do that as people become more and more enlightened. Then they'll stop fighting for religious reason, because they realize the God they seek is already inside of them. It's like, what else you gonna fight for? You already have it. You know what I'm saying? So it's like I see that that can happen over time. I also see where, you know, people will really adapt these concepts that, and this is something that you can personally adopt for yourself too, is really work on developing love and compassion for people. And the easiest way to do that is that become your brothers and sisters keepers, even though that's something we do in the African Caribbean group. But hey, this is something that can merge over here too, man. Just look out for fellow human beings. Always find ways of how you can always pay it forward. You know what I'm saying? And that's the second part. Each one teach one. Is that always teach people the knowledge that you have, man. Because the more you teach it, number one, you reinforce it for yourself. But number two, now you're helping and transforming other people's lives, which is always a blessing, people. And also just not being afraid, man. Stop being scared and go for what you want, man. And for those of you yesterday, I think it was yesterday, about your message for the world, you know, it's like, imagine if I didn't do these videos every day, there'd be a lot of people that wouldn't be helped, you know? How many people are you depriving of your blessings, you know, by you just sharing what God have led you to speak about, you know? So I want you to get in the habit of starting to practice on speaking, man. Whatever it is that your heart tells you to speak on, get busy speaking on that, you know? So that way you can bless somebody else. That's it for that portion today. Shout out to Jamaica, man, who is the eye of this world. Shout out to Africa, who is the mother of this world. Shout out to the entire Caribbean and the entire African diaspora worldwide. People, you know, goes without saying, you know my mandate is to unite the Caribbean and Africa, and that really excites me. And it's like something I've been thinking a lot about, and I'm really excited about it, is I know for sure that I'll be in Africa next year. I don't know exactly what countries I'm going to go to yet, but that excites me, man. You know, like I normally don't do a lot of traveling except for going to Jamaica or, you know, a few other places, other Caribbean islands. But for right now, it's like I'm really excited about visiting Africa, man. I'm looking forward to visiting Burkina Faso. I just think that, you know, I'm very impressed with the progress that Abraham Troy is doing over there, not just in the country, but just really watching the videos of the people of the country for free, working on building their country, man. Like, that really empowers me, it excites me, and I'm hoping that other countries over there in Africa and other Caribbean islands will see what it's like, man, when you're building a country. It's a team effort, man. With teamwork, the dream works, you know what I'm saying? Everybody helping out. And it's like, every time I turn around, it's like, this guy, man, ABM Troy, is just amazing what he's doing, man, by, you know, just problem solving ability. He's really tapped in. I mean, whether he knows it or not, he's very much tapped in. And he's divinely protected also. You know, it's like what I've already shared and know is that for Africa, Abraham Traore is the big lead over there on the Africa side. For the Caribbean side, that's Honorable Dr. Andronis, you know, for Jamaica, but not just for Jamaica. I see him leading the entire Caribbean region, which he is right now, the leader of the chairman of CARICOM. But it's not just titles that matters, people, is that we as a collective have to come up with solutions for our regions for right now. And eventually I can see where the Caribbean and Africa is fully united, not just trading and so forth, but also merged to where it's like, you know, become like an extension of Africa, the Caribbean region. I really see that, where we'll be unified, you know, where we become legit like one at some point. To me, that's the most exciting thing. I mean, you know, uniting. I mean, that's what that's about anyways, merging them. So I really am happy to see what that looks like. I've been really, you know, paying attention to a lot of accomplishments of black people, man, throughout the history over time. I'm really looking forward to, you know, really highlighting people for that. And I don't know, maybe I'll create a segment for that, or that actually can be included in this one. But it's like there's so much contribution, man, that black people have made to this world. And I want to highlight those, man, as time goes by. I'll continue to do that. Right now, I'm just, you know, observing and learning a lot of different things. But in the meantime, people, you know, let's make sure, man, that we continue to support each other, and always remember, nobody's coming to save us. We have to save ourselves. That means we spend money with each other. We spend money with other black-owned businesses. We choose to support each other. We find ways to help each other, you know. And that's how we win, people. That's how we bring about the greatest prosperity period that this world have ever seen, because we are the ones that's leading that charge. God has destined that for us, you know. My declarations over your life, people, number one is that you are a millionaire. Number two is that you're married to the person of your dreams. Number three is that you have amazing health and is in the best shape of your life, man. My prayer for you today, people, is that the Spirit of God will continue to lead you and guide you, man, to being the most amazing person that you could possibly be. I really do believe in you, people. I believe in y'all, man. Y'all have an amazing day, and we'll talk tomorrow.